Recently, Kim Kardashian labeled actress Sarah Jessica Parker one of the nicest people that she'd ever met. But some other celebrities do not agree, and they have tried to warn us about SJP's behavior in the past. First up, Kim Cattrall. Easily the most famous feud that Sarah Jessica Parker has been a part of was with her longtime co-star Kim Cattrall. Kim and Parker, along with Kristen Davis and Cynthia Nixon, starred together on the hit show Sex and the City for several years, even starring in 2 hit movies together. But after the show ended, we learned that there was a lot of tension between the women throughout the entirety of the show, and there was an intense division between the women. It was 3 versus 1, with Kim Cattrall being the one left out. In a 2017 New York Post article titled "Inside the Mean Girl Culture That Destroyed Sex and the City," it explained that SJP and Cynthia Nixon became friends instantly as they had worked together in the past. Then Kristen Davis was welcomed into their group, but Cattrall was left out. Cattrall was closest with the show's creator and producer Darren Star, but was left lonely when he was replaced with a good friend of SJP's, Michael Patrick King. Then a report in The Telegraph revealed that Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall feuded again when SJP was titled as an executive producer on the 2nd season, which made her salary much higher and gave her more control on the project. Kim tried to negotiate for a higher salary as a result, but was denied. This same report also looked back at the time in 2004 when Cattrall didn't sit with the other actresses at the Emmys, to which she said, quote, "Are we the best of friends? No, we're professional actresses, we have our own separate lives." Then in 2009, while the women were filming the first movie of the franchise, an article stated that Cattrall and SJP were no longer speaking. However, when they spoke about it themselves, the women shut down any rumors of a feud. We're assuming to help keep the integrity of the show together. But then when talks of the 3rd Sex and the City movie started, it was revealed that Cattrall was the reason that it was stalled. Apparently, Kim asked Warner Brothers to produce other movies that she was a part of, or she wouldn't agree to do the 3rd movie. Warner Brothers did not agree, and the movie never happened. Then in an interview later with Piers Morgan, Cattrall revealed that she never intended to go back to the franchise. She told Piers, quote, "We've never been friends, we've been colleagues, and in some ways that's a very healthy place to be, as you have a clear line between your professional life and your personal too." Adding, quote, "I really think Sarah Jessica Parker could have been nicer." But this feud is not over. Things picked up once again when Cattrall's brother passed away. Sarah Jessica Parker took to Instagram to share her condolences. She wrote in an Instagram comment, quote, "Dearest Kim, my love and condolences to you and yours, and Godspeed to your beloved brother." But Kim hated this comment so much that she decided to respond in a separate post. The post tagged Parker and said, quote, "Your continuous reaching out is a painful reminder of how cruel you really were then and now. Let me make this very clear, if I haven't already, you are not my family, you are not my friend." Clearly putting their feud on blast to the public for the first time ever, and making it clear that they had problems back when they were filming the show. Because of this long-running feud, Kim Cattrall is not a part of the new revival, and just like that, the show did not kill off Samantha Jones, rather they wrote that she moved to London following a fight with Carrie Bradshaw. From Cattrall's social media activity, it's clear she has no regrets about her choice not to be a part of the new show. Next up, Candace Bushnell. If you didn't already know, the Sex and the City series is based on the book by Candace Bushnell, so essentially Candace is the real-life Carrie. Bushnell's book was inspired by the column she wrote for the New York Observer in the 1990s. And after the feud started, she decided to weigh in on the feud between the ladies and seemingly took Cattrall's side over Parker's. Bushnell told the New York Post, quote, "I absolutely love Kim, but it seems she wants to do other things and she doesn't feel like doing the show. Maybe she doesn't want to be the character anymore. Maybe she doesn't want to put the Spanx on." Adding, quote, "In real life those women are not those characters, they are the opposite. Sarah Jessica Parker, she's been married forever to the same guy, she's got kids. I don't know her very well, but she seems to be very family oriented in a way that Carrie is not." This comment could also be interpreted to mean that the ladies are not friends off camera as they are on camera, which we've obviously seen with Kim Cattrall. When asked if she was going to be watching the new revival, Bushnell said, quote, "Of course I'm going to watch it, I hope it runs for 6 seasons, and I get paid a bit of money." Next up, Michelle Collins. A woman named Michelle Collins exposed Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband after Collins read a number of emails that Parker sent to her staff over the years. In the emails that Collins claimed were written by Parker, she told her staff to refill a tiny container of Vaseline with a small spoon or knife for her children's use. In the email, Parker stressed not to make the refill jar too big so that it doesn't clutter her home. Also, after this is done, the cutlery used for that task must be washed in a specific way. It must be hand washed using a paper towel followed by a cycle in the dishwasher. In another email, Parker also requested that a bottle of face wash and Neutrogena body wash be continually replenished for her 14-year-old son, James Wilkie, in his personal shower. One of Parker's staff allegedly revealed that they are not allowed to buy multiples of any products and said they must check the levels of everything daily and only buy something new if it needs to be immediately replaced. Michelle Collins also claimed that when SJP's kids came down with pink eye, Parker sent the team instructions on how eye drops should be administered, including how hard the children should blink after. The last email shared showed Parker's shopping list for her family's Taco Tuesday dinner, which included, quote, "whatever meat goes in tacos." However, I did want to note this all could be a lie, because when Parker was asked to comment on the outrageous emails, Parker's team said they had no idea who Michelle Collins is. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. A little known fact about SJP is that she was in a long-term relationship with Robert Downey Jr. before she got married to Matthew Broderick. The pair dated for 7 years before Parker called it quits. Years later, they both revealed secrets about the relationship, and Parker exposed that she had to let him go due to his struggles with illicit substances. Parker then revealed in a Vanity Fair interview that the relationship taught her how to be a parent. She said, quote, "It taught me how I love, and what's the difference between loving and taking care of people, and what's necessary and what grown-ups should do and shouldn't do for each other. And maybe it taught me a little bit about being a parent too, because the things that I ended up caring about in the way I cared for Downey were things that might be more suitable for a parent." Although some felt these comments were endearing, many thought that they were actually patronizing, and that she was belittling Robert Downey Jr., insinuating that he wasn't able to take care of himself. Although Downey Jr. has been very respectful responding to these comments, and he largely agreed that his substance issues were the downfall of their relationship. And finally, SJP herself. After marrying fellow actor Matthew Broderick, SJP has mothered 3 children with him. Since Parker was a mother for a part of her time on Sex and the City, she has opened up about how she's able to raise her kids while being a working mom. In 2010, Vogue asked her if she had any live-in nannies helping her, as her children had been photographed with nannies before. SJP responded, quote, "We painted our patio furniture ourselves, I make my children's food myself, we put together their high chairs ourselves, we do a lot ourselves. We do our own grocery shopping, we go to the market ourselves, I do my laundry." This was followed by a 2014 interview with Huffington Post, where Sarah Jessica said she caught the subway, quote, "every single day to and from work, every single day." She somewhat avoided answering the question, but later revealed that she's had a lot of help, but no live-in nannies. On the Girl Boss podcast, she said, quote, "All I do is organize people's lives and get them here and there." Fans are angry she makes it seem like the every woman running a home and a job like many modern women are. However, it's clear she's not like the rest of us, and she does have help she most likely just doesn't want to own up to. So that's all for the list, guys. Let me know your thoughts below, but before I go, I'm going to shout out some comments from celebrities who tried to warn us about Brie Larson. Ellen said, "She was very good in Captain Marvel, she did the job, the rest of it I don't care about." And that's this big debate. Do you separate the art from the artist, the actor from the movie? I think we can separate them, and I think that a lot of people are starting to feel this way. Theme Pro said, "She's a standard Hollywood elitist." That is very true. She's definitely very posturing, always trying to make it seem like she's better than people. I do get that vibe from her and I don't like it. Uncle Josh said, "You sign a contract, shut up and do your job. You want to be cast in other things, make a name for yourself because your acting ability, not your drama. Because no one wants to work with a drama queen. It's not the world's fault that your acting ability is that of a carrot or a piece of celery." Little harsh, but I definitely see where you're coming from. A lot of the best actors, like someone like Leonardo DiCaprio, they go to set, they do their job, and they leave, and they are very, very silent on social media and any other part of that, and they're very well respected. Meryl Streep, all these other people are very, very silent. So I think when actors are a little too vocal about stuff, especially their political opinions, it pretty much always just backfires, so I think that they should probably just stop doing it. Alright guys, that is all for the list today. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and we'll catch you in the next one.